Hi everyone, Master Pejo here, coming at you from quarantine. I'm sporting my little quarantine beard. If you like it or you don't like it, you won't hurt my feelings. Go ahead and comment below. I know my family's starting to get to the point where they want me to shave it, so not sure what I should do. But anyway, today I want to tell you guys and share with you guys the secret to being happy in your life. Some of you guys may have already heard me talk about this, but for those of you who haven't, this is a great opportunity. I'm actually always looking for opportunities to address not only, usually I just speak during the black belt test or during big events, and I don't get to see everybody because not everybody attends, but this is a great opportunity because hopefully I can reach out and touch more people throughout the dojang than just the people who are at that particular event. So there's always great things to be found, and we always tell our instructors and our senior leadership to be good finders. So looking at this situation with the coronavirus, what is something that's great that's happened throughout this difficult time? And one of the things that I've really enjoyed is all the creativity that people have shown, all the support that people have shown to the people who are on the front lines, the doctors, the nurses, and everybody that we're always cheering on. But I've also had the opportunity to see a lot of creativity and a lot of funny memes and a lot of different perspectives on how we usually look at life. So I want to talk a little bit about that before I give away my big secret to being happy. So first of all, we talk about a lot of my mentors, they always imparted their words of wisdom. And one of the great things that I always remember is the 10%, 90% rule. So the 10% is of what happens to you in your life. The 90% is how you choose to deal with it. And it has to be a choice because if you don't make any choices in your life, then you can't control anything. You can't control the direction you want to go in. You can't control what you're going to do to reach your goals and things like that. You guys made a choice to become black belts, and if you're already black belts, to earn your second, third, and fourth dan black belts. And it has to be a conscious choice, right? So the choices that you're making, are they allowing you to move towards your goal, or are they allowing for you to move away from your goal? And online training is a great example. Some people made the commitment, they made the promise, they promised their parents, they promised their subordinates and instructors and their classmates, I'm going to get my black belt. And then we can't go to the dojang, and now they say, I don't want to do online training. But really, it's a great opportunity for them to continue their taekwondo training. And as a matter of fact, it's a great opportunity for a lot of people who have not been able to train regularly, get in front of the computer instead of standing in front of the classroom and potentially being embarrassed. They can do it in the comfort and safety of their own home. So I always look at the great things and the positive side of things that's going on in our lives. So I always look at the 10%, 90% rule when we were training. One of the hardest things that we did was we out-trained everybody else. Dae Nim always told us, never lose a match because you are tired, because your conditioning wasn't good enough. For me personally, I competed at 54 kilos, which is 118.8 pounds. And I always gave myself a minimum of 6 weeks to lose weight. I didn't like it. I don't think anybody likes, having to cut weight, especially the last 3 days, when it was mainly maintaining my water weight, how much I drank, how much I sweat, things like that. But I knew that if I was going to reach my goals, I had to do it. So I did it, and I didn't complain about it. I made the choice to do it, and I was able to accomplish a lot of things, and I think it showed me a lot of self-discipline, and it showed me that I worked harder than the other guys in my division. And that's why I was able to be so successful in competition. We knew we had to run those sprints. We knew we had to run those miles. We knew we had to do those 1,000 kicks in a day or just in a practice. And we knew we had to do contact drills and beat each other up. But knowing that it was going to be tough and it was going to be hard and challenging and painful, we had to make a choice on what kind of attitude we were going to have when we approached it. Everybody was going to have to do it. All my teammates, we talked about it, we complained about it, but we did it. And we knew we all had a common goal that if we do this and go through this hardship, then we're going to be moving towards our common goal. Okay? So my first message today is pay attention to how you're reacting to this virus. You know, I know a lot of people, they're stressed out. They've never done homeschooling before. They don't seem to have any time for themselves, and I get it, and it's all very valid. But some things you can change, some things you can't change. You can't change the fact that we're all stuck in our houses with our kids, and we have to do homeschool. You know, we can't change the fact that, you know, our significant other may or may not be helping out with things that need to be done around the house and with the kids. You know, we can't change the fact that we can't go to restaurants and relax and enjoy with our friends and family. But how do we approach it? We're all in the same boat. Why do some people have a better attitude about it than others? And in my opinion, it's because they choose to. They want to have a better attitude. They want to be able to say, okay, you know what? Even though these things are happening, it's okay. We're going to get through it. Let's have a good attitude about it, and we'll be better on the other side. So, be good finders. Pay attention to your attitude. Make sure you have always a positive attitude, no matter what happens to you in your life. A funny story, somebody told me one time that you can always tell what type of person somebody is with how they react when an airline loses their luggage, right? Are they the type of person to freak out? Or do they calmly say, okay, you guys lost my luggage, so what do we have to do to fix this problem? So I think that's really insightful perspective on how to look at yourself. You know, if the airline lost your luggage, what would you do? What would happen to you? And what people don't realize is that's a choice. How they react is a choice. So now, that brings me to the secret of being happy. So here it is. You guys ready? The secret to being happy is thinking happy thoughts. If you want to be miserable, think about miserable stuff. If you want to be scared, think about stuff that makes you scared. And I found myself doing it too. When my kids were younger, I would always think about, well, what happened if Matai did this? Or what would happen if Toshi got sick? Or what would happen if this happened to my kids? And it really made me realize that I was going to be miserable if I kept thinking like that. So instead of thinking of the negative stuff, now I think about and focus on the positive stuff. I focus on how great a job Matai did crossing over from Cub Scouts to Boy Scouts. How great a job and how proud I am of Toshi being invited to the Stetson Hills demo team. And how great a job when I see all the pictures of everybody that's doing their online training. I choose to think about how great a job our students are doing. So that's it. It's pretty simple. If you want to be happy, think about happy things. If you want to be sad, think about sad things. If you want to be mad, think about things that make you mad. So you have the choice, and you have to make the choice on how you want to live your life, and that's called leadership too, right? You don't just lead other people. You have to be able to lead yourself so that you can show by example how other people can lead themselves as well. So anyway, I hope you found this helpful. Keep training hard. Keep the Taekwondo spirit up. I'm excited because I get to hear all my seniors talk, which I really don't have the opportunity to do very often. And also I'm excited because I get to speak to more of you than I normally do. So I hope you guys are having a great quarantine, and talk to you soon.